Looking back on garbage can be quite the joy to rummage through, right? Checking each step along the way to find a total trash fire that only keeps getting doused in lighter fluid until a forest fire breaks out, and when that happens, for whatever reason, you can't help but laugh knowing how the stupidity of whoever made the fire caused it and how easily preventable it was. The James Franco movie The Disaster Artist is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The Room is a terrible movie we all like to laugh at for being incompetent and stupid, and the addition of how it came to be only makes the film itself funnier. If entertaining garbage has a traceable history, you'll just get much more of a kick from it if you actually find something. Having had said that, Vailskibum94. That name rings infamous in the community as the epitome of laziness with high numbers, creating over 1,300 videos, amassing over 600k subscribers, and getting a total of 240 million views. I talked about this guy briefly in my cartoon community video, but as I looked further into his history, I only kept laughing and laughing. Vail's story doesn't even start on the Vailskibum94 channel. It begins on EagleFan246. Vail was a kid at the time with his channel created on March 24th, 2007, making Club Penguin video let's plays and other various atrocities. You could try calling me out for laughing at his old terrible shit, but he makes about the same quality of stuff now, so I don't really see the issue. Somehow he was actually very popular, and most people were very overjoyed whenever they got to see him on a server. But Club Penguin wasn't his only passion. He made pivot animations, you know, those videos made to poorly animate stick figures in 2009. He also created several movie-type Microsoft Paint videos where there was a bunch of bad cropping going on, and he would put this really terrible music at the highest volume in the background, which was just a joy to listen to. He made original songs, which, while bad, I have to say we all did those kinds of videos growing up, so I won't comment. Is what I would have said if he didn't charge $1 for them on iTunes. What the fuck? Not much else to talk about from this channel other than the funny fact that Vail has so far in 6 years made more videos on his professional channel when his gaming channel, you know, the kind of content anyone can make tons of a day, has made less videos despite having an extra year's worth of content. Does that speak on the quality of Vail's videos now or back then? No, I'll let you decide. Some people who watch Vail may have heard about Legal Fan since he brings it up on occasion, but he has more. Oscar Reviews is a channel based around reviewing mobile games by recording an iPad screen with an iPhone. The channel didn't take off at all, only having 14 videos before Vail abandoned it. Not exactly the first time he's done that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. He also created a channel called Oscar1CP, whatever that stands for, a channel revolving around a Go Animate series that makes about as much sense as a 7-year-old using a camera for the first time, yet still makes a bit more sense than those Kalu videos. I could try explaining to you the plot, but I feel like I'd lose a few brain cells, and I'm still not completely sure of what it is. It's so random and weird, I have no idea what is going on. Just check it out. It's through Eagle Fan's channel. It's a trip, man. This channel, unsurprisingly, only got to about 33 videos before being abandoned. I had no idea that Vail created either of these channels, and I think he may not remember them either. Either that or he wants to hide his shame by not mentioning it, but if that's the case, why not just delete them so that nobody can track them and make fun of them like a certain internet reviewer? For whatever the reason for their creation, these channels were all leading up to the creation of Vailskibum94. Vail released his first video on the channel we all know today on July 2nd, 2013, entitled Minecraft Minigame Survival Games Episode 1. As it's obvious from the title, Vailskibum was meant to be a channel for gaming, even though his other channel was created for the exact same purpose, so what's the fucking point? The description of this first original video goes as follows. In the first video of the most generic YouTuber you'll ever see, I take a go at survival games and hope for the best. A statement ironically ringing especially true with what he creates now. He continued with mostly Minecraft or gaming related videos with little funny thumbnails like, oh, they're so unprofessional, a kid must have made this, but it's ironic because it wasn't made by a little kid, it was made by Eagle Fan, so he knows what he's doing, and we should all laugh since it's a funny joke, ha 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 ha, for a full 3 weeks before he created his first Gravity Falls video. The video in question, a look at the trailer for the first season finale of the show, is made with Windows Movie Maker at 480p using subtitles, giving the effect of being made by a 12-year-old. I have no idea why he didn't use his voice, since he seemed perfectly comfortable with it in his gaming videos, but this is what he chose to coincide with his Minecraft videos for a good while. The build up to him finally unveiling his voice in his theory videos took until December, but when he did finally use his voice in Gravity Falls, What Are Your Theories? No one seemed to care because he could have been doing it from the beginning, and it really didn't make a difference as people already knew what he sounded like. Vail's Gravity Falls videos, for whatever reason, despite them having the quality of a 2009 creepypasta that you would watch on an off day, gained hundreds of thousands or even millions of views. Obviously finding a cash cow, Vail made his entire channel only about Gravity Falls for over 2 years, and within those years he may
made 309 videos relating to or about Gravity Falls in a row. Anything that consistent in topic has to be automated. I'd find it hard to make 5 videos about a 40-episode series if I wasn't going episode by episode. Don't get me wrong, I love Gravity Falls more than anyone. It was my favorite show growing up, but I'm not some broken record repeating the same topic for 2 goddamn years. He even made AMVs for Gravity Falls. It really brought me back to 2010 when the video was made in 2016. Vail's early videos are a good example of why someone shouldn't focus their channel around a specific game or TV show. They end. Nothing old can stay, and every brony analyst or video game lore channel will run out of content at some point because the well always has to run dry. Even The Simpsons will end one day. One day soon? I can't say, but it'll happen. Making videos on a single thing is a dead end waiting to happen, and you shouldn't practice it without a plan B. Sometimes you shouldn't even practice it with a plan B. Even in that situation, you may come to a dead end because you could lose your viewer base who are accustomed to the specific game or show. Vail reaches that point, and his videos become much more varied, and he is clearly lost in what he should make, making videos about breaks, asking what he should do, and this insulting video. If you're a Vailskibum94 fan, please watch this. He states in the video he's losing motivation because he isn't getting enough grow for viewers, and he has no ideas whatsoever. He even says he might quit over that because he can't grow when he isn't getting viewers like he used to. It's quite obvious he cares mostly about views rather than integrity, since the video could easily be seen as whining and begging and sympathy whoring. Which it is. Taking this opinion will indefinitely lead to one of 2 possibilities, those being either constantly complimented and jerked off by your fan base, or massive backlash will ensue. Vail may have gotten lucky, but most others won't. After that, he continues with Gravity Falls videos, along with creating a second channel and making random series with no conclusion. The reason they have no conclusion is because Vail didn't get many views from them, and he didn't want to continue them if he couldn't get tons of views.
Looking at his second channel, besides the fact it's long dead, it didn't have good content when it was active either. His first video was about some weird guy at a 7-Eleven, and judging by it and his other story videos, he didn't write scripts because throughout them he stutters and says and all the call signs of an unscripted video. He most likely couldn't be bothered to do multiple takes or even do every line in not a single take because he didn't give 2 shits and assumed if he could make a video in the style of Luna, he'd get success. For those who don't know, Luna is a channel about a guy who does gameplay footage as a background and tells stories. I don't especially like Luna's videos either. He can be somewhat boring to me, and I find his thumbnails and titles lazy, but at least he writes a script and stays on topic without needing to pause a few seconds. If you want to put out gameplay-only footage for your backdrop, you better have something interesting to say, be charismatic, or have good editing. Otherwise, you're using that kind of footage as a background is lazy to me, since you barely have to edit at all, like Vail does. He only consistently uploaded on that channel for about 4 months with 25 videos, a shockingly low amount for something so easy to create, even in comparison to his main content. I don't know if Vail just ran out of stories or anything, but he has a very low number of videos on this channel, and Vail, after realizing he couldn't get tons of views off another trend, just jumped off, and now only puts up videos every once in a blue moon when the Avatar is said to return. This clear abandonment of channels shows that Vail didn't really care about what he was talking about, or that he had any passion for anything, but rather, he only created his channels for views and clout that he never got from others and only got from Vailskibum94. After creating that bastard stepchild, Vail began to make noticeable changes in his content to appeal to a more wide cartoon audience, starting with the Disney XD cartoon you should look forward to. From this point on, it becomes harder to give small details, because he uploads so much from this point on, it's impossible to talk about everything he's made. Top 5s, bootlegs, lost cartoons, and news are only a fraction of all the subjects he covers. If there's one thing I can say generally about the content as a whole, it fucking sucks. Vail, wanting to now upload on a daily basis for whatever stupid reason, made videos on popular topics in the community, reviewed episodes of cartoons, quote-unquote reviewed, and sometimes would simply scrape the barrel with incredibly short videos on either nothing or something he had already previously done. Since he creates these videos at a rocket speed pace, he doesn't wait to see if something ends up true or false, so he has to make another video the next day explaining he was wrong without deleting the original video. Honestly, he has more contradictions in his videography than the Bible does. He is most known for using clickbait, has lazy editing, repeats video ideas, and it's just well known of the disdain most have for Vail. The original video showing dislike towards Vail, from what I can find, seems to be the Mars Reviews video on the cartoon community as a whole. The first time a popular video was entirely centered around Vail was, again from what I can find, Avis Review's in-depth character study of Vail and why specifically he should be criticized. After the creation of that video, several others critiquing Vail were made over multiple years, and in fact still have videos being made with the exact same points as before today. That's one reason I created this video in the way that I did, because I know if I just made another rant video talking about the same shit, I wouldn't be contributing anything, so I'm making a video documenting understanding his history. I think it's great to talk about the flaws of Vail. He clearly needs to be told, even if he doesn't listen most of the time, but hammering the exact same shit everyone else has said doesn't add anything to the conversation. Vail still exists, he doesn't seem to care if others talk about him in a negative light because he just won't listen and instead will continue to ignore everyone around him for all of eternity. And there it is, the legacy of trash laid to everyone. I enjoyed going through and finding the ridiculous shit Vail has been a part of and done in a general overview. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, please click the like button so I don't starve to death. Okay, goodbye.